Hello. How is everybody? So I was researching something that I probably don't need to worry about. Mac, thank you for the 50 watch streak. Monday questionably survived. I suppose so. Okay. All right. So I'm a small-time streamer, right? And so when I see someone who is a partner show up in chat, I'm like, oh, that's weird. Who is this? Why are they here? Suspicious. So yesterday, someone was in chat, and I didn't recognize them. I was like, that's weird. And I think they came in with the Germ Dove raid. But like, then I saw them in Germ Dove's chat today, and this is what's got me on this like, huh? How does this work? They were live while they were chatting in Dove's stream, and I was like, how does that work? Who are you? How are you doing that? They've only said 3 messages in Dove's chat, so maybe Dove does not know them. Yeah, I was like, are you a bot? Is it some meme? They must have said some meme. What did they say in my chat? This is completely tangent. They said, what's good? Or they said, at Dobbsworks. What's good? And then what they said in Dove's chat was, hello, at GermDove. What's happened meme with lots of misspellings. And then awesome live. Which that's some off-platform speak. Nobody says good, awesome live you got going on here on twitch.tv. It was really weird. It was really weird. Anyway, that's what I'm wondering. Like, are you a bot? Is this a new botting system? Anyway. All right, I've decided vaguely that the first zone is going to consist of maybe something like this, where one little nook has like water storage. Was there a person on their rerun? I didn't actually check what was going on there. Ah, it's Willow! Welcome in, Willow. Thank you for the raid. How did the cooking and Mario go? Hopefully well. The Wanderers are wandering in. Cooking was a disaster. Excellent. Need a better setup. I get ya. Okay, so the idea. Mario was also a disaster. Yay! Is you're gonna have a very simple system of having to go between 2 or 3 zones here. Maybe the key is at the old abandoned shack or something. Mario, no. No, it should be at the place you're going. Okay, my main goal here is to make it so that you can't just do things in one quick loop. You are forced to actually explore the area a bit and not just happen to pick the right order and you can just one-shot your way through everything. So I think the guy we're trying to rescue is going to be like over here. And he's got the key that he throws. He's got the key to the gate that gets you in over here. And that's going to be this room here, which is like water storage. Thank you for the lurk, Willow. Get that furniture moved. And then you'll like do something here. Maybe there's a small little puzzle of, I don't know, twist pipes around, but maybe by the time that the player gets to this part of the game, they're going to be over pipe twisting puzzles. You all right, Posey? What are you eating? What are you eating? What are you eating? I think she unraveled her toy too much, to the point where it's a choking hazard. Some kind of like... Okay, so chapter 2 is all about electricity. We could do something with hydraulics being a thing in chapter 3, like it's all about water pumping around, which is very similar to electricity pumping around when you really get down to it. So it'd be like, you get in here, and like there'll be a little, I don't know, like a pressure gauge or like maybe a little viewing window where you can see the water level. And then you'll like, there'll be some controls that you have to access. And then that will show you these here, and you'll be like, I don't know, what will the system be there? Like, pump the water left, pump the water right. You're gonna want to pump the water left is the main goal. Pump water left. And so how do you accomplish that? Turning a valve does a thing. I don't know what thing it does. I don't want it to be as simple as you just walk up and you flip a switch and you're done. I want there to be some kind of element of like actually looking at it and trying to determine what you're supposed to do. This could be kind of the baby version of a later puzzle, but still there needs to be a puzzle of some sort. So water pumps somehow. Lay on down, Posey. Good. Okay, there's some kind of puzzle here. There's some kind of puzzle going on here about pumping the water through. I mean, it could be as simple as like a like you gotta push this button, then push that button, then push this button, like just jump on them and just give it a satisfying pumping noise, and then like you see the water rising in the tank from the other tanks or something. What if line valves. I mean, maybe it's just like there's a big turn valve, but it's so big that you can't like swing your gear into it. Instead, you have to platform your way to jump on top of it and sort of just run along the top of it for a bit. That I'm fine with that much, honestly, being how it works. And then just you see the water draining out, and like, where did the water go? Well, it went into this neighboring tile that's like on the other side of the rocks. And the gag there is we have, this is where the guy is trapped. He's stuck, and there is, let's just, for simplicity's sake, for now, we're just gonna do this. Take this. Oh, thank you, GQ, for the lizards. Oh my gosh, you guys. Lizards. Lizards. One redeem away. Can you believe it, guys? Lizards. Is it this one? Is this the side material that we've got? Let's find out. Yes. Okay. So we do subtraction and I don't know, like I don't know, there's some kind of like pit, and then the water fills up and it makes floating platforms, like floating wooden platforms, and you jump across those and then you can get to a gear and then save the day over there. Fill with water to, yeah, you fill the water up, but it needs to be something you can actually access to some degree, I think. I mean, it's not going to be this hole. This is not what the hole is going to look like, but something akin to this. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, man, not real. Okay, so we could do something like this. Doot. And then just carve out a nice shape here. A nice big platformer friendly shape. This is the quarry. That's what we're deciding here. This section is the quarry. But then it's got to be like shallow at one end in a weird way, doesn't it? I don't know exactly how to do that. How do I get it so that you can walk around in here? That's not gonna fly right there, obviously. But if we were to add a CSG box, you see, the magic is that you can solve any problem if you throw enough CSGs at it. Flooded Quarry had to wear lead boots to sink to the bottom. Okay, interesting. No, we're not gonna make some complicated sinking, like oh, this water you float in and then you have to sink, and then also the partner splits up and all that. This is a small, this is a small piece. This is a small piece of this zone. We're not gonna overcomplicate it like that. Don't you worry. We are not in that level of feature bloat at this time. Not yet. What does this look like? It's like you can see it, but then you can get cut. Well, you don't quite get cut through, but it's not great. No, I mean, that's kind of good. No, I think the important thing is when we're doing platforming, we don't want north-south jumps. This is bad. Jumping this way is bad because you can't easily line up your jump. Left-right is good. Up-down is bad. That's our golden rule of platforming in this game. If we can avoid it, any towards the camera, away from the camera jumps should only be to get up on a ledge with no chance of dropping. There should never be a gap to clear unless it's like a very tiny piece of land that you can break down onto. Okay, so not this. Not this. So if we've got like a big pit that you have to jump across, it would be kind of interesting if you can get to it while it's dry and see it a little bit. What are we looking at? N64 game. Oh yeah, you did the thing. You did the thing. No, you did the thing again. You can't not type it. So like if we're gonna jump across a pit, well, it'll probably be from, well, let's see. So the water will be pumping in from one side. Everyone let GQ get that one. Out of pity. So yeah, the problem is like, can't even see it. I want you to go in here to get the key. I want you to have to go through the dry gulch to get the key, the dry quarry to get the key. And then hop across the floating platforms to rescue the guy. So what does that look like, really? So you gotta come out here. All right, you know what? Let's make a covered wagon. Let's make a covered wagon for a bit. Let's break away from making... this puzzle system. We'll figure out the details of it in a bit. All right, a nice classic covered wagon. Forest Temple. Good dungeon. All right, delete all these. Great, now put it back. We'll need some wheels. How big is that one cart? I don't know. We'll probably have to scale this whole thing down a bit, and that is okay. Cylinder. Let's go 12. Oh, no, it can't be. Okay, 12 is apparently not enough. Give me 16 then. Nice auto smooth shading there. Love it. How does the cart look in the hub? The broken one, remember? All right, round wheels with a little blah blah. But this doesn't have to be the same cart. We don't need the same cart here. This can be a completely different cart. All right, so first off, rotate 90 on the Y-axis. Move outward some amount. Let's say here. Switch to editor mode. Select this face. Inset. Scale, scale, extrude. Looks good. Looks like a wheel to me. Effects. Mirror. Center on this. Do X and Y. Boom. 4 wheels. All with the little axle bit. Good. Let's move the wheel up. Get it on. Let's get this thing off the ground, just to say on the ground. Let it clip into the ground a bit there. Oh, what a good one. Okay, this inset thing, this inset idea, turns out could have been better. Because I'm eyeballing this now. So that I can extrude. Clip, yes. Is that how that works? There we go. That lines up. All right. That is sitting on the cart. Scale in the X direction. Oops, nope. Scale X. Right around there. Do I want to render the wood pieces lovingly? I don't know. How high up does the cart need to go? Super Mario RPG Legend of Seven Stars. Nice. Great game. Then we do a little inset. Scale it out a bit. Extrude downward. Boom. There's the interior of the cart. What a great little wagon we got already. Shirts with no holes. And then it happened in all of your computers. I had backdoor access to all of your computers. I installed pigs on your computer. You fools. You absolute buffoons. So we need like an arc for the things. 6 of them? 5 of them? Looks like 5 is common. 4 is sometimes possible. 5, 4 to 6. For a small one like this, I'm gonna say 4. What shape is that? It's not. I don't want a torus. I want a cube. I think I want a cube. Nice thin cube. Like this. Cube. Behold a cube. And then I want to wrap. And this is where it's going to get a little bit silly and a little bit low poly. But in a good way, I'd say. I do want this to be mirrored as well. Along this. There we go. And also along this, so we can get, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so here we go. Rotate this and extrude it. Actually, this would bow outward, wouldn't it? Oops. Oops. When's the Time Splitters playthrough, GQ? How do I get this to... Oh, there we go. Clipping. Boom. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I need to round these edges out a bit more to avoid that hard crispiness there. But do I care that much? Am I okay with it looking... You're probably not even going to see this part. Modifier. An array modifier. That's not what I want. Okay, yes, but do the array first. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Well, but that second one should be like taller, right? Or not. That's not the shape, is it? No, the first one leans out more. Or is taller. The pipes! The pipes! So let's apply... Can I not apply this? Why can I not apply this? Oh, because I'm in edit mode, maybe? Yeah. All right. Apply it. There we go. And now I can take all of this and decide what to do with it. I guess it should be that we do something like this. That feels like too much. Okay. And then this can go bigger. And this can go more out. There we go. That's probably good, right? Does make me feel like this needs to go out slightly as well, just to balance it a bit. All right, yeah, I'd say that looks like a covered wagon. Only just now. Okay, how in the world do we do the cover on this, though? Like, a plane? Like a rough... See, we don't want that. I think we do want auto smooth. Rib-like material. I guess this is a plane. All right, let's cover this thing somehow. Oh, this is gonna be weird. Can I just like, I don't know. Is there a way that I can just make it physics this or so? No, let's not try that. Let's not even try that. Okay, so like subdivide it a million times. Not a million, but you know. Yeah, there we go. That many times. And now, ooh. And now try to bend it around here in some weird way. Okay, I think this needs to go by vertex. We're gonna go by vertex here. We're just gonna hope for the best for this method. Like, honestly, that's probably enough. Also, this can be mirrored, so delete all these. And also, do X and Y because it can be mirrored there as well. There we go. Okay, so now we have a quarter as many vertices to deal with. Great, great. Okay, this is good. It comes from the pig like that. So it should sag a bit in between these parts here. So we'll kind of do like this. We'll find a way to sort of adhesive it to this. And then it'll kind of like sag a bit in the middle. I don't know exactly what'll go down here at the bottom, but we'll figure something out there as well. And then this will kind of strap along here, and then we won't even need these. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of like that. This is already this is starting to take shape. No. He won't be there. He will not be there, unfortunately. Okay, kind of get it right around there. That looks fine to me. Oh, mirror needs to be clipping. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. There we go. And then over here, these need to come in. This one can be shaded smooth, I think. And then this will show us where the wood is clipping through a bit, so we can fix that. So that means this moves up a bit. This moves up a bit. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad. Do real cloth physics simulation. Perfect. Okay, so the edges here, though, need to move in a bit. It's gonna kind of wrap around. Nice. Oh, still getting a little bit of clipping there. Oh, I see it. I see it. There we go. Okay, there's like a little tear in the top. That's gonna be this line, isn't it? Okay. Oh, when you get far, you start to see a lot more. So can I just move the whole thing up a bit? That does help. That does help. All right. Yeah, I think that's fine. Now, all right. Now the question: how how is this thing getting around? Clyde and Dale are sort of leading the cart. Are they pulling it horsepower style? Are they Fred Flintstoning it from the inside? Are they driving? They push it. They pull it like a rickshaw. I mean, that is what comes to mind. Can we subvert that with? They turn into photorealistic clip art of fully rendered PNGs of bugs are the animals of the world. Are they? I was thinking animals were the animals of this world. Lizards. It's all lizards. Don't have any talking bugs yet. I'm struggling to think of any bugs aside from like a ladybug that buzzes around. I guess you could say the cave mice, but like the pigs don't talk, except for the... I mean, there's no talking pigs in the game at all. Custom cabin engine. I was thinking, can we make this like... Can we subvert this and it's like... They're just driving it around with a full like steering wheel and everything. It's the sidecar of a motorcycle. Actually, if this turns into an airship later, that would be really fun. If we do a Final Fantasy IV kind of situation. It's like, well, no. We're taking it up a notch. It's the king of red wagons. Let's see here. It has a sail. It has a snail. It's a snail boat. Actually, the idea of putting like an outboard motor on this is kind of hilarious. What about... They push it, just because that seems like the worst way to manage this. Sail sounds fun. Outboard motor sounds fun. A big fan on the back. Let's see here. Actually, a big fan being the main water wheel. A big fan being the main source of propulsion for this could work pretty well as for explaining why they want Dabble on. It's like, yeah, we'll take you where you want to go because you can get us there fast. It's not snails. Sorry. Water gas. All right, let's just roll with this, what we got here. Save this. Covered wagon. Oh, I had pressed caps lock, and now everything's ruined. Covered wagon. Covered wagon, GLB. No! It all comes back to fans. Alright. You okay? Alright, so let's mess with... thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Alright, so this'll work. Oh no, dang it. Oh wait, no, this is fine. The material can be adjusted. I suddenly noticed there's a problem here. But that's fine. That's going to be fixed. So we're going to go into the player piece, and we're going to modify this completely. The wheels are armadillos. So armadillos will be kind of a people of the desert. They're going to be kind of the main inhabitants of the thing. All right, so we're going to get rid of this. I don't think we're going to do this like tick 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 thing anymore. We're going to do something different. We're going to have it actually roll around, but it needs to be very obvious that it's, like, not to scale. All right, so let's just grab these mesh pieces here. Throw that in, and we're gonna scale it to be about the same size as what we had before. So that does mean we're gonna have to... Whoa. Oh yeah, these are all going to be weird scales, aren't they? Okay, that's fine then. I can just change this whole thing here. Like that. Boom, easy. And then work on... Oh, thank you so much, Lotus. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the bits. I'm going to have a good rest of the day. Whether you guys like it or not. Yeah. So, there's that. Wait, that's not the right one. This one. That looks... Uh-oh. Hang on. Hold the phone here. Make unique. Get rid of that back culling. There we go. Also, this doesn't look like a good texture for this after all.
In the microwave MMMMHHMMMHHMMMHMMM.
It tried. It really tried. You could tell. You could tell that it really wanted to do a good job there. This texture is really versatile. So we're going to use this one. This is just a painted... It wanted to. This one's just like a painted texture-y texture. That's the best I can... That's best I can explain it. Okay. So get a nice... Get more of a rawhide. Let's mess with the UV scale on that though. 2 is good. That looks all right. I'm down with this. This one is easy. That is our very commonly recurring wood planks. Maybe dark planks, actually. Yeah. Get rid of this. Don't need it. This also dark planks? Sure. The UV's wrong, but it's fine. And then the wheels. Well, that looks even worse. Okay, what about this? That's closer on the UV at least. Make unique, and let's just change the scale. It's like 3. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, but then this down here, the wheels. Something like that. I'm realizing that this little bit is not its own texture. And it could be. We could fix that quite easily. This, and this. Material, new, assign. And then the rest. Hello! Searching Interactive. Welcome in. How are you guys? How is everybody doing? There we go. 2 materials. Save it again. Re-export. Fix that problem. We are working on a Paper Mario-like. Still, it's gonna be going on for a while. So we've got that to look forward to. Grab the cylinder. Yeah, there we go. So now this should have 2 textures we can override. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad for getting us across the desert here. All right, save it. That does look better, I gotta admit. All right, admittedly, there's a slight problem there. Easy to fix, easy to fix. Let's open up our script for the player piece. Oh, we don't have a script for the player piece. It's actually, there we go. This right here. Do we not have a script for the player piece? Oh. Huh. Yeah, player mesh is what I've been doing. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. But I hope you enjoy your time here. This is a game similar to Paper Mario, not the new ones, more of the classic ones. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So, yeah. All right, let's try this. This might do some sidestepping. Oh boy, uh-oh. Right, that is... I do remember that now. The camera is a sub thing. Okay, all right, hold on. Just do this. There, fixed. 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 we just all right. Like I said, we might do some sidestepping. Easily fixed. Done. I don't like the way it does this, but I mean, I get it. Should I? Ooh. Oh, now that it's a cart. Now that it's a cart, I am very tempted to give it a bit more of a realistic cart movement, which is to say, you don't just go the direction you point, you go forward, and the cart kind of steers that way. A horse. Well, you see, this is the horse. Hi, Mr. Mike. This is Clyde. And this is Dale. They are brothers. That is who we're getting for this. Oh, shoot. Just realized. Yep, these are all one piece. Look at the wheel spin. Great. All right, hang on. Back to Blender. Apply that mirror. Well, hang on. I can get away with a second mirror instead. Such that we apply this one. And now these are two. Oh, wait, nope. Nope, that still doesn't work, does it? Okay, no. This is fine. This is super fine. I just need to take everything ever and delete it. How dare you attempt to change their name? What is it? In for this? Yeah. Okay, so this is. Oh, nope, not that. There. Yeah. Okay, so this is the spot where it is. And so if I take all of this and I separate it. And then I guess I want to apply the rotation, right? Or apply all transforms so that, no, I don't. Yeah, I want to leave it. What are you rotating around? How is that the Z rotation? How is that the Y rotation? Well, what are you? Okay, that makes sense that that's a one. So it should be around X, should do. No, that's not X. Oh, unless I. Okay. I see. Apply rotation. Now, there we go. Okay, similarly, apply rotation. Apply position? Nope. Great. Okay. Unapply rotation. Yeah, thank you. There we go. How is this happening? Why is it the way it is? Okay, hang on. Let's do separate. Okay. Now. Where are you? Now are you where I hope you should be? Okay. Hang on. This. Nope. Okay, never mind. So that separation was a bad idea. Huh. Pivot. Like, I know if I just change the origin point. All right, hold on now. You guys are gonna make me Google things. I know the barest amount, unfortunately. Pivot point. Shift the pivot. Shift pivot. Object set up. Oh boy. All right. Well then. Options drop down in the upper right. Yep. Select the origin checkbox. Uh-oh. This is dated. This is dated now. Cool. Pivot the pig. Is it this one? No, that's not it at all. Ads! Ah! Okay, wait. There's like a... Oh, hang on. Oh, shoot. Okay, I moved the cursor. Object mode. All right. So that's our start here. Transform, affect origin. There we go. Now can I... Yes, now I can move the origin. I shouldn't eyeball it. I shouldn't eyeball it. But... All right. Now then, let us... On x-axis. Yay! It's spin. Okay, good. Save again. This is why I like working with CSGs directly in Blender. I mean, directly in Godot, is because you don't have to go back and forth between the different tools. As powerful as Blender is, you have to admit, this is an added bit of friction. All right. So now, delete these. Delete these wheels. Get them out of here. Give me these wheels instead. These are much better wheels. Don't worry about that. That's the way it's supposed to go. I mean, you know what? Fair. Thank you for the Posy Party. Posy's partying it up now. Just partying it up by having a nap. Okay, so now this can be individually, yep, and yep. Good. She is, isn't she? Now, good. We're in good shape. Oh. Animation player. Step. We're now going to make a new one called Wheel. And, what will it do? What will it do? Oops. Only I may know. We're gonna have it loop. Okay, X. Okay, not actually sure which way is forward on this. Okay, cool. I'm not going to actually make that go yet. That's going to require some shenanigans, because I'm still on the fence about what if, instead of immediate turns like this, where it's sliding along like a video game object, what if it actually does make it so that when you press I want to go left, the cart has to go forward and turn to perform that direction that you want it to do. Yes, it will have a dust trail. Don't worry, we're one step at a time. We'll do that. Don't worry. Math must be had. It's so true. We do need to do some mathing. I think I want to put some bags in the back. Or something. I don't want it to be so obviously empty. Because the whole thing is that this is like a... This is a... There's a world map marker. It's not actually the size of the wagon on the map. You get here and you enter the single hex, and then it's like, boom, this is one hex, is this little zone you can walk around in. Which means that the wagon needs to be kind of an item that can be parked in each of these zones that you enter to make sure you keep the scale straight. It's not going to be easy. All right, get rid of that. Yeah, let's make the cart do silly thing. Which means that we need to mess with this. So previously we were just saying go the direction that you point, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to have the cart rotate based on the direction that you're wanting it to go. But it's going to have a turning radius. So the velocity is going to be its facing direction only. Which means this is getting chucked out completely. Okay, so instead of this, our target angle is based on your input angle. We're gonna lerp towards it, but your velocity is not. So instead of using velocity as your, we're gonna use move vector angle as your target angle. We're gonna replace that with that. This was the animation for like stepping the little game board piece, but we're not doing that anymore. So now, velocity. Let's see. We're gonna maintain linear velocity. We're gonna dampen it over time. We'll just do a move toward, so we don't have to worry about difficult delta stuff with like lerping. So we're gonna let the angle adjust, and if the move vector is, we're gonna normalize the move vector. That's already done. Your velocity is gonna be based on your facing. So let's move the velocity stuff down here. We're gonna say, take your current angle, regardless of whatever. Now current angle is pi, so then we need to do a vector 3 dot right dot rotated around vector or no, can we do like a point at? No, that doesn't work for, and we don't have to normalize this because it's already normalized. Let's see what happens with this much code right here. Not expecting great things. Well, it doesn't slow down. And the turning radius is a little bit fast now. So let's adjust this a bit. Lerp weight. Instead of lerping now, we can do move towards. Previously, lerp made sense. Current angle, target angle, move by delta. If you're not pressing anything, then velocity equals move toward vector 3.0 by delta, I guess. I don't know. Alchemy Factory? I mean, it probably would be, wouldn't it? It's not slowing down. It's not slowing down. Ah! Oof. Oof. What's our velocity again? What are we getting up to? 3. Which I would expect that would mean that this would slow this down to 0 in 3 seconds. If move back. Okay, yeah, we're hitting that. Oh, but then this is happening. So we need to do that only if we have... Oh no, that should be a move towards as well, shouldn't it? Move towards this target velocity. Oh geez, all right, hold on. Target velocity is gonna be equal to this big thing. And now we can do a move towards target velocity. So now we'll do a speed up and slow down. Oh geez. Okay, I didn't intend for us to be drifting. That's very funny. But it's wrong. That's not how this is supposed to happen at all. Deja vu. No, that's not what we're doing. Velocity does not move towards the target velocity. Velocity will be set towards that. But then the speed, we've got our angle. Our angle will happen immediately. It's our speed that needs to shift slowly. So let's see here. How can we keep track of a speed here? This is moving it towards 0, which is good. Target velocity. Let's see here. Current speed would be our velocity dot length. And we're going to set our velocity to our target velocity normalized. Times our current speed. But then move that towards our actual target velocity. That doesn't, I don't know. Or current, maybe we can do move towards here. Move our current speed towards our target speed by a factor of delta. Okay, maybe? Okay, there we go, there we go. Now that gives us a pretty wide angle, which I don't love. But that is the effect we want. Okay, so we can sharpen the, we're gonna we're gonna increase the slowdown. And the speed up. Now we just need to sharpen that angle. I mean, 3 is working so far. Oh, too much, too much. 2. This probably would feel a lot better on controller. Where's my controller? Let's see if this is any good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bonk. And kind of, if you hit a wall, it's fine. You can kind of immediately steer from there. Okay, that seems good. A lot of effort into this is because this is going to be your main way of getting around in Chapter 3. So it needs to look pretty good. I mean, this is kind of how Chapter 3 is going to work. Very drastically different from Chapter 1 and 2, where you just walk from one room to the next, and then from that room to the next, and then from that room to the next. This is going to be a very large area, and to get around, you're going to have this kind of like world map interface, which is also going to have the same sort of random encounter system that the main game has, but instead of like an enemy chasing you around, it's going to be chasing your entire wagon around. Okay, next up, we're going to take our animation player, and we're going to say that it is always going to be playing wheel, but its animation speed scale is going to be 0. No, it's going to be 1. No, yes, it's going to be 0. We're going to do seek. Or do we just want to set speed scale equal to our velocity? I think that's the way to do it. So we're just going to say animation player speed scale equals player piece velocity dot length. Is that enough? Wheels are spinning the wrong way. Not surprised. That's almost a year. There we go. Okay. Wheels are spinning. Actually, just about the right speed, huh? Let's make it like slightly slower. And we can do that just by making the animation last longer. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty close. Okay, dust cloud. Dust cloud. New button. Dust cloud. Yeah. Okay, so which way's forward? Okay, so this is our back. So we need a GPU particle effect. We're gonna position it back here. I still have not gotten really the hang of particle effect stuff. Do I have a waterfall? Or a mist. No. Like a... What does the waterfall actually use then? Dust. Dust. There we go. What is this used for? Oh, for the, like... Okay, let's use that. So let's use a new plane mesh. Material is going to be dust, but transparency is going to be on billboarding, probably. Albedo, let's give it a nice deserty, dusty color. Nice brownish. Okay. That scaling looks weird, right? Why does it look weird? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Okay, there we go. Okay. Process material. Make it do funny thing. Okay, first off, gravity. Gravity displeases me, so I've removed it. Spawn velocity. Yes. Spawn with velocity. The direction. It's -1. Okay. Yep, that looks pretty good. The scale. There we go. Start small. Dust up. Dust up and fade out, right? Is there not a way to, like... it's fine. Okay, so we need to do... Use something as something. Shading? No. Vertex color. Use vertex color as albedo. Okay, and what this is going to let us do is it's going to let us control the color in the process material. Is this color over time here? Oh, alpha curve. That's probably what I want right there. Curve, yes. There we go. Fade out as we go. I feel like we want more speed here. And also, I think there's a way we can do like a setup. Like right now, as I move it. Oh no, it keeps the dirt wherever we leave it. Okay, that's actually what we want. So that's great. We want to control the emitting flag though. All right, you can stop that. You can stop that. Player particles. It should be emitting if its speed is... If this. If not... Okay, so we should say... False here, otherwise true. And that should cover it, I think. Do we have dust now? No. Is emitting not... What is it called then? Emitting. Oh, this is null. Because it's covered wagon slash. Okay. Try again. Aw, look at this. That's adorable. I think we need to move it more under the wagon. Since we're going to be leaving it behind everywhere. Also, it's clipping into the ground a lot, which I guess I'm okay with. It's not my favorite. I kind of want to kick it up higher, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just reduce the spread a bit. Increase the amount. Let's say 20. Look at that. Well, look at that. It feels too opaque and brown. So we're gonna change this display alpha curve to be even less, perhaps. Oh, that's nice and subtle. I love that. This is unnecessary, but here we are. Now, I want to consider putting a big horse logo on the side of this thing as a decal. We'll consider that still. That's still on the table. Additionally, I may consider changing this wagon to like have little flaps on the front so it's less obviously empty. Okay, but yeah, that works. Great, we did it. We made a thing happen. A silly, silly thing happens now. Puzzle. Puzzle is a big wheel. Now, if I'm doing it this way, then we want to do something like this. Yeah. Except this one needs to be upside down. Yeah. This one is, I guess, fine. We'll have like some kind of pipe along the wall. There we go. And then you don't have to worry about where it goes. It's like, all right, sure. There's pipe, then it happens. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Okay, cool. Big fenced in zone. So the cart will be here. By default, we want to say that it normally is not on information. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Apply this much. And then another mirror now. Okay, cool. So now let's let's stretch this down. So I'm thinking it'll like, yeah, not there, but yeah, like this. How's that? I mean, we need more. We definitely need more. And then this is awkward. It's really awkward looking. You know what? No. We should extrude. Or something. Clipping should be enabled. There we go. So then we can get away with kind of a more like, oh yes, this is. What does a covered wagon look like when it's got the the flaps? Let me look at more images of covered wagons. Like, I'm not imagining that as a way that these could work, right? Yeah, like a canvas drawn a little bit more. You could kind of like draw it closed. But then, okay, so this would be lower. Yeah, like more like that. Okay, more like that then. And then I guess the rear can just have a bunch of, we can just put like a bunch of boxes and bags piled up there to block the fact that, yes, this is in fact quite empty. All right, so export yet again. We're doing a lot of exporting, I'm gonna admit. Take this plane, move it in here, rotate. Wait, which way is forward? Okay. Huh. This is like in a slightly different spot now. What did I do to make that possible? It's fine. It's probably fine. All right. It's not fine. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, but we're in. Maybe I should scale the whole thing up a little bit, just to be on the safe side. And then what you'd probably want to do is add a another little mesh, another little plane here. Just like here. Don't let it poke through like that. Just make it like a little bit shorter. There we go. And then just give that the burlap texture that we've got. Curve it slightly. Boom. No peeking now. And then we'll have supplies. We've got our nice burlap sack. That we can have poking out the back here. Just have that kind of sitting here, nice and well balanced. A crate would be great. A barrel, obviously. What is wrong with the texture on this? What happened? What happened, guy? Huh. Okay, hold on. I've got a better crate then. Yeah, that's a much better crate. Scale that one up though. Yeah, we just want a pile of stuff in here, basically. Just to make it less apparent that there's not a lot of stuff in here. That makes sense. Barrel. We have a barrel. Not the industrial barrel. The good barrel. Oh, it's got the same problem. Wait, what happened then? Uh-oh. Let's go to room C real quick. Just take a quick look. Oh, no. Something is using this texture, I guess, and... Oh, man, that's bad. Also, let's move this a little bit. I was originally trying to hide the door, but I don't think that's actually necessary. Great. All of the things that are using that texture look weird now, and I don't know what did that. Oh, man. Yeah, this one right here, woodplanks.tres. Best way to find that. Okay, open it up in VS Code and just search for woodplanks.tres and see what is using that. And I guess basically try to look to see where it looks correct. Birdtown apparently uses this somewhere. That's probably not the right one, but we'll check it out regardless. On geometry, buildings in sign. No, that looks super wrong, so that's probably not the one. Player Piece used this. I bet it was Player Piece. Well, luckily, have I checked this code in yet? That is it. Yep. Discard those changes. Discard those changes. Okay, so now if I go back to Birdtown, yay, the sign is back to normal. The fence is back to normal. The barrels are back to normal. Everything's good again in the world. All right. Jeez, you gotta be really careful about those shared resources. Bomberman. Oh man. Bomberman Hero. I think I just wanted more Bomberman. That's the problem, really, isn't it? Nice big old barrel. Actually, could we get 2 barrels in here? Probably. That looks not bad at all. Let's make a copy of this crate and make it nice and big back here to really ensure that we're not leaving any clearly empty spots for you to stare at. All right, let's see it in action. Why did I go over here now? Oh, because these are static objects and we're trying to get away from them. All right, bring back the regular crate. Bring it back now that it looks normal-ish again. Get rid of the static crate and the big static crate. All right, that's fine. It did not. No multiplayer. Weird. 'Cause that's such a... Nope, we still have the barrel. The barrel. The barrel is also an object that... No, wait, this is just a GLB. Does it have a... Oh yeah, it has a collision shape here. Okay, so we would want to copy paste this part of the barrel. Or disable this static bit here. See, that's fine right there. Okay, so let's get rid of these barrels. Non-solid barrel object. Okay, that looks fine. Now can we move around without any solidity? Nope. What's left? Is something still solid here? This crate. This crate is solid. Maybe this crate is solid. Yeah, this crate was solid. Okay. Well, I'm going to solve that one in an easier way. I'm just going to make it editable and turn off its collision. Could have done that on the barrel too, now that I think about it. The sack. Oh, there's static bodies everywhere in these. I was really on board when I learned about it that you can set up collision in Blender. Which felt like, oh yeah, perfect. I can make it match the model. But honestly, it probably makes models way too complex for the simple collisions I need for this game. So maybe I shouldn't have bothered. Screen burning. It's not even Hornet anymore, GQ. It's something else. There's something on the screen. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have some special entrance and exit code going on here. Yeah, I think what would be good here is like a big valve. You have to somehow jump your way up to it. And then just run along it for a bit. So we need a big red valve. Big red valve. They got, yeah, that spider webby shape that they have for like water valves, but big. We'll probably try to give it a mostly circular hitbox. No, wait, we can do like a full red circle too. That's still valid. Just big red donut valve. So all I really need is some kind of code that can detect when you are walking in a direction and do some magic as a result. We haven't done that yet in the game. Chapter 2 had a small little bit where it was basically like conveyor belt logic. Not as a challenge, just as a fun thing. Like, this would be fun, sure. So we're gonna make this, we're gonna go 24. Collision on. Big. Show me a player. Show me one player. Yeah, something like that. Go ahead and save this. Red valve. We're gonna call this the gimmicks. I've been taking to having a node called gimmicks to handle all the things that are like, well, the things that are gimmicks. See, that's big. Now that I look at it, that's like, ugh, is that too big? So we'd put it on this one. It's huge, right? That's huge. It's like, how can you even manage to land on if it's the right proportion? That gets to be difficult. You would need some luck. There we go. Like, that's cartoonishly huge. If you have a small valve, then it's like you can't really land on it. a valve this big feels like, okay, this should be like something in the distance, something huge in the distance. So maybe this isn't the way to do it. Maybe this isn't the one. Maybe it is just a gear up here. I'm gonna keep modeling it. Slightly reflective. Triplanar. Not world triplanar. Box. Box. Put it in a node first before we start really screwing things up. Something like this, and then maybe like this. And then you duplicate this, duplicate it, duplicate it. And you don't even care about that. It's like, boom, that's fine. That's good enough. Yeah. No, you'd probably want this to be a cylinder. I mean, I want it to be a cylinder at least. And I'm not even going to use it in the game. That's how far gone we are here. There we go. A nice cool valve. We're not going to use. Yeah. All right. So that's no good. So instead, you have a small platforming section to get up here, and then you spin a gear, and that releases the pressure, and then the water pumps through. So yeah, we just need some nice little jump ups to do. We'll put that in a container called platforming. But you can't get in here without a key. So don't even bother. How does this work? Because this is so round. That should be big enough, right? Boom, a little platform. It's a very awkward platform. It is a very awkward straight platform sticking out there. Why does that exist? That's weird, right? That does seem weird. So maybe instead, it's like some kind of big control box thing. Okay, I'm with you. It's a maintenance room. of some sort. Okay, go on. Explain. What do you mean? It's like in Dust Bowl, you know? In Team Fortress 2 Dust Bowl. There's like little rooms and stuff all over the place. You gotta have little rooms and stuff. Why is there a little room here? A little maintenance building. That makes sense, actually, for there to be a little maintenance building. It doesn't make sense for it to be for it to have a gear on the roof, but I'm okay with it, I think. Might make more sense for this to be like a series of walls. Yeah. Go on. Okay, yep. So more like this. With a little roof? A roof? Like an angled roof? Well, if we're doing an angled roof, we gotta do a CSG polygon, right? Well, if we're gonna do that, then let's just make the whole thing a CSG polygon. Get out of here with this. Platforming, CSG polygon. Blah, 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 blah. Just do like this, right? Just blip. Are we doing angled, single angle or multiple angle roof? Here. And now adjust these to be more correct. Three. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Set the step to like 4. There we go. And so we start with something like this, and it basically just becomes get up here and jump across, right? We've got Leon's move. We got to take advantage of that, right? So that's the magic. That's how you get up here then. So change this to 2. There we go. So there's like a little office or something. I don't know what it is. Sure. Then we make it so. So how do we get this angle looking good? We guess, and we hope that it's close enough. There we go. Boom, and then just have that go in. You know what? If anything has ever been more demanding of being made of corrugated metal, it is that one right there, isn't it? Oh, nope, not triplanar. Not triplanar. Regular corrugated metal, yeah. Will it corrugate? That was pretty good. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Don't break this. What kind of material is this made of? Old wood shack. I feel like I'm gonna need more wood flavors. That doesn't look great. It doesn't look awful, but it doesn't look great. It's fine. but gosh, it could be better. It doesn't even need an interior. I think I could put an interior in with, like, I don't know, some meters and dials, and then like a little window and an open door. Maybe not even an open door, maybe just like a window, and you could just jump in and like rummage around for a strawberry or something. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. You can just do this when you're a game developer. And there's nothing they can do. As a narrow interior. Let's consider a little bit more space there. Additionally, let's consider a different material here. Oh, wait, no. What happened there? What happened there? What happened there? What happened there? No! Uh-oh. I'm beyond undoing, apparently. Hello? Did I just... What did I just screw with? Planks triplanar. Just got destroyed. Alright, cool. Did it? Did it though? Planks triplanar? Yeah, that's the wrong, it's the wrong texture, isn't it? Why is that not showing up as recently changed? I don't know. Okay, we're back. I added it to the wrong thing. I meant to add it to the material, not to... There we go. Not to the actual, or to the, set it as the material, not as the albedo texture of an existing material. That makes sense. Okay, so now this can have like some kind of interior color of some sort. Some kind of painted color, or maybe some kind of nice muted grayish. Ugh. How did this, how is this happening? I mean, it's an interior. You've got to admit. Oh, actually, yeah. Hang on. So this box can be moved up slightly. Oh, move the bottom up here. And then boom, we also get a ground. Not that we need more of that, but here we are. Why is there light pouring in here? I don't know. Shouldn't be possible, but here we are. Windows. Start with a window here. Duplicate. Duplicate. Yeah, that's better. Okay. What does it look like to run around in there? Is that good? Is it bad? It's not solid. So that's bad. We could sure use some collision. Okay. So I can run around in here and like collect an item or something. I don't know. See, this looks like it goes on a lot longer than it really does, which isn't great. Oh, you know what? That might make more sense is for there to be like some kind of like jump on top of stuff, then jump over onto this roof, slide over this way, and then do a Leon move from up here to attach to something. Or maybe it's like, here we go. It's a little bit of rock climbing here, sprawling across to land on the roof, and then from here you can get onto some kind of gear that's attached here or something. I don't know, something like that. So I think I do want to reverse the direction of this roof, which means that this becomes 2.34. This becomes that. Great. Looks good. Also, I kind of want to put make this like glass windows. So let's say node 3D building. So let's nest these. This one is roof. We should be naming these nodes. That helps. And then CSG box, which technically, I mean, honestly, we could just get away with a mesh instance of a plane, I think. Facing Z. Right in here. Mm, 4.8, like a little bit too big, a little bit too big. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then I've got a glass texture that I'm whipped up. It's like super straightforward. There we go. Call that glass. Okay. Wait, no, that's not gonna work because I do need it to be solid. I admit, I need it to be solid. Does this glass texture? Oh, it's disabled culling. Okay, well, make unique, because I actually do need that cold. Save that in textures as glass with culling. Sure. Why did I need one specifically without culling, I wonder? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Mario Power Tennis. Mario Tennis is... meh. Okay. Can I... Why is there still light pouring through here? I don't understand that, but whatever. I think what I want to have is an item in here. A very obvious item. What is the item? I don't know. I don't know what the item is, but it's fine. Just throw an item in here. Make it obvious enough. Do I have some like meters or gauges? Gauge, here we go. Does look pretty good. Maybe a little bit big for what we're looking for. So we'll definitely want to scale down a bit. want the idea to be like there's a bunch of like mechanical some suches in here. I did not enjoy the new Mario Golf. I thought it had some interesting ideas and then it just didn't use them. Time to get a watch. What is this gauge? Okay, that's just a different gauge, I guess. I don't know. Metal? A metal. I guess it's like a few years old now. It was Mario Golf Power Rush or something like that. I don't know what it was. It was not anywhere as good as Toadstool Tour. It had next to no content. I think they added some extra courses, and that's about it. It was like they made a big point about a new mode in the game, which was the whole spiel with the new mode was like, oh, in this one, it's all about you've got gosh, they really love open world now. It's like here's all 18 holes, and they all exist in one loaded 3D world. And this mode is called Cross Country Golf, where it doesn't matter what hole 1 or hole 2 is. It's just about who can get a certain number of holes the quickest or something. And it's like you're planning out your route. You're being like, oh, I'm gonna go for hole 2 first. Bam. And it was like, okay, that's interesting. But in one-player mode, you can only do it on one of the courses, I think. Maybe they changed that, but it's really weird. And another thing, Super Mario Party, the first Mario Party on the Switch, had this interesting free roam board game mode where it turned it from the normal sort of like Candyland style movement. It made it more like what's a good example? Hero Quest. I don't know what other board games have. Clue, like Clue movement of like that. I'm gonna go right, up, left. That's my move. And so you were kind of like dealing with that kind of thing, and also parity mattered because it's like I need an even number to get to the star square. It's like I'm right next to it, but I gotta roll it even. And then you could like jump on other players to steal a few coins. So it's like you're trying to chain those. It was really cool. But here's the big but. Here's that big old but. You can only do that mode in 2v2. But also Jamboree. Only on 2v2. You cannot otherwise play that mode. And I think that's really weird and silly. And I don't get it. How does this look? Is this too transparent? Is this not transparent enough? It's like I can see that, but I cannot see any of the stuff in there. And the whole point I've got here is that you're not going... What? You shouldn't be able to do that. Leon, that's cheating. How did he do that? Huh. Apparently if the wall is thin enough, he can just chew right through it. Cool. Okay, I'm finally saving the covered wagon and closing that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Okay, yeah, it was just not solid enough. Okay, so the idea is, I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird, isn't it? I don't get it. I don't get why they would do it. Okay, let's move the gauge. I don't know if the gauge really matters that much. It's just kind of like a just for fun kind of thing. Just like add a little bit more to this place. Make it seem like it does something here. More games should be like Quest 64 and Bomberman 64. There we go. See, that kind of looks like, okay, there's a thing going on. Okay, there's a room in here. I wonder what's going on. And then there's like a, I don't know, a door somewhere. All of them. All of them. Do I just make an opening? Is that the puzzle here? Is you have to... Or I could make it that only Leon can grab it. That could be the puzzle here. Make this a Leon room. That would actually be a pretty fun little thing, right? We'll make it like a boarded up door. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll just walk right in. No, you won't. Board it up. Can't go in. I might tilt this whole building slightly. All games should have titles like that. There we go. Something like this. That still works, right? Yeah. Does this still work? Insane name. Absolutely insane. See, this is just so that you can actually see. Well, no, because then no, I do need it to be straight. But I want you to be able to see the boarded up bits a little bit more. It's fine. I'm gonna make it work. We'll use regular planks. And collision is going to be on. Like that. Okay, I think this will work. Let's see if this works. So you shouldn't be able to get in. But, yeah, see, that's fun. Now, I want you to approach from the right so that you can see the planks a little bit easier. Because as it stands, it's like, if you come from the left more, it's like, how do I get in? But yeah, I want you to kind of have to do a little snaking around here to get in, maybe. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, Al. Yep. That's it. That's it. Still would be nice to force you to see it from a different angle. I think, like, maybe you could enter the tile from... Nah, let's not do that. We'll see. We'll see how this works. Okay, a little bit of rock platforming. A little bit of rocky platforming here. Some bouldering. Some bouldering. Yeah, that is good. All right, so no 3D rocks. Desert rocks. Let's pick which one of these. Not the arch, not the pinnacle. This one? This one is good. Oh, because you see. Then I need to use this material. Nope, wait. This material? Oh, it was this material. Okay. Okay, so we'll have like a few different rocks in here. First off, I need to make sure we have the heights ready. There we go. This is the appropriate amount of climbing that we could do. And we're going to wrap these in some basic, like, collision to make it a little bit smoother than this weird shape would be if we did true collision on that. So duplicate that. So let's try making a nice flat version of this one. Flip it upside down, see if it, yeah, we got a nice flat. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice little bit there. Rotate that a bit. That looks good. This will be the upper one, I think. I don't know, and I need to add more of that to Chapter 2, because there's not much interaction. I was thinking tumbleweeds, and you could, like, drive through them in the desert as well, but sometimes it might be an enemy that looks like a tumbleweed, and we'll make a new little enemy that looks like a tumbleweed. Tumbleweed enemy. Classic. Okay, this looks fine for the upper one. And then we just need a little lower one that's perhaps a bit more straightforward. Could be same thing but slanted. Something like that. Transformed by -1 on the z-axis. Never mind, that doesn't look good. Some cracked rocks of some sort. Maybe. All right, there we go. There's some boulders. Love it. We do need to get the collision set up on this, so let's do that. We're gonna cheat it. We're gonna cheat it. We're gonna make something that covers and looks pretty good, but is a lie. Yeah, that's true. Some little scrubby vegetation. So this is boldface, boulder lie here. Go. That looks fine. And then one more for this one. It's going to be slanted. This one's probably going to have to be a bit more complex of a mesh. Because of the way this finale ledge is here. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. So just wrap that in a node called solidity to indicate why in the world we did it this way. Now we'll know. All right, cool. There's our rocks. Would like them to be in the sun a bit, so you can see the outline a little bit more. But then again, also, I want you to have to use Leon to progress. Ooh, signs. Signs are fun. Yeah, that's one of the things that I want to put on the list of, like, when the game is done, go back and add a bunch of stuff you can just kind of, like, poke and wiggle and shake, even if it doesn't do anything. Just because that's a good thing to do. Exactly. Okay, I need some tongue support. Details on the ground and stuff. Yeah. Little bits of pebbles and rubble. All right, the tongue support. 0.2, 0.2, 5, 10. Okay. Duplicate, transform, change that to positive, change that to positive. Looks cool. Grab this, paste it. Yeah, we'll use collision, sure. What is this structure? I don't really know. Not super worried about it. Why does this need to be here? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Some kind of weather vane, something or other. Yeah, it's like it's there. Don't worry about it. It's justified. Duplicate this, put a second one like right behind it. Tilt them towards each other a bit. Okay, negative 6.3 for symmetry. Plop that in there. We need a nice horizontal tongue pole in here. Badoop. Oh, wait. Put this in here, put this in here, and then put the tongue pole in here as well. Oh. Right. Move these over here. Now move the whole thing. Brrrp. Why? Why is this here? Just is. Just is. Which means it needs some kind of upper bit too, doesn't it? Sure. It's believable. I'd certainly believe that. This, yeah. And then this. Great. It looks fine. Does it work? Does it work? You better believe it works. And then you'd come up here and, like, I don't know, jump to some control gear maybe. This is actually too far back, it turns out. And the lack of light here, the direction of the light, I'm not loving it. But what we can do is mess with it. I don't want to do a day-night cycle, do I, right? Like, that's just asking for trouble. Because if I do a day-night cycle, then I gotta do all this other stuff about the light and blah, 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 blah. Like, adjust the light direction. Why do we even have a Z going on here? Anyway. Yeah, adjust that light slightly. Give it put a little bit more light over here. DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here. We're gonna put a fence back here because I don't want you getting back here. Oh, you would though. You would totally get back here if I let you. Oh, I know you would. If I give them a chance, they'll do it. They'll do it. Can't allow it. Can't allow that. Fence, duplicate. No, you know that Germ Dove desperately wants to get to the other side of that fence. It's calling to him. Okay, there we go. A little fencey fence here. Don't let the rock through. And we need the actual border of this rock here, which currently doesn't exist. This is going to be an annoying chapter for geometry. Having to do these little invisible walls in weird places and trying to remember, like, oh, did I get it? Did I get it all? Is it all covered? There we go. Some 64. Oh, I know that one. I love that one. I had that one. Think Dobbs W decorating. And you might be on the right track. No. Be building 2 over here. And you'll have to jump across to it. It's not really a building, though. It's just a little scaffolding with a control mechanism. Mm-hmm. You go. Nearly there. Yay! Harvest Moon. That's the one. I want to move building and rocks and tongue jump all more this way. The oon. It's a difficult oon. Yeah, I think we'll have like a little visible window of water in here or something. How are we gonna do that? Lizards, yeah! I gotta start prepping for a raid here. Okay, let's do a little bit of planning. I still want to have some train yard something or other between the city and the bridge. I don't want you to like exit the city and you're immediately in the desert. So we're gonna have like 1 or 2 rooms of some light combat, light puzzle, maybe like a train, like a track switching thing of like rotating a track, and there's already a train car on it, so you're like rotating a big platform, like kind of that you can use as a bridge to get across to the next room or something. I don't know exactly how that'll work. The typical sort of gear spin puzzle, train puzzles. Yeah, to get you in the mood, because that's the whole theme. That's how this is connected to the city, is the train. That was the idea. Is like this bridge was for train. It makes sense. Then the bridge, which mostly will not have any combat. We just need to build a cool-looking scene that you can walk across and have the camera slowly pan out as you carry on. Then a little cinematic. And then we move on to the desert for multiple little adventure rooms that are going to be vaguely interconnected, but not necessarily. In the town. Oh, I want to add I think there should be a bank, right? To be robbed. There needs to be a bank that can get robbed. Oh, also, I think Chapter 3 is when we finally add the rail surf. Which is kind of like the spinner in Twilight Princess, but it's vertical tracks in this. And you like spin your gear, so rotate control stick or hold A/D to actually like up a little track of teeth. That will initially be a fairly straightforward a horseshoe maybe be very funny. Yeah, the rail surf is going to some eccentric characters, probably. We gotta have an old prospector. Did I write that one down? That we're gonna have a prospector? A mean banana. Now we're talking. I think we're gonna have a little dark section in Chapter 3, like a little bit frightening. I want to touch on the robot's history a little bit, and I think it would make sense. So we're gonna get this rail surf ability, which I have experimented with a little bit. Is that this room? That is not this room. It's this room. Does this room even work? Dark Dabble. Battle? But how did I get here? No, go here. Okay, it does not work right now. I'm going to have to rework this a little bit. The idea is you plug into some kind of track and then you can ride it up. But it's a new ability for Dabble, not for the party. So most of the new traversal stuff is going to be party-based, but there's going to be a handful of stuff that Dabble specifically gets. And so it makes sense that to get that to work, we're going to need for someone to give him that ability. So I'm thinking whatever old gold mine was up here, they had to have been mining that out. Perhaps it was the robots doing the mining in the first place during the construction of the city. I think the game is going to be very cagey about where the city came from. And I think that's good for the most part. But the idea is that the robots would have been doing the mining to get all of the initial, the gold-like material that forms the golden gears. But then, what happened to those robots exactly? And I think having like a big pit of robots, just deactivated scrap in the gold mine. If, tensions are already a little bit high in the gold mine. Could be pretty cool. And then, how do we get out of here? Well, we find a robot that's a little bit more intact. It still doesn't work, but Cat can mechanic it a bit and upgrade Dabble. And that's how you get the new ability to ascend. Everyone loves ascend-based. I don't want to go too literally dark, but yes. We have a lighting engine for free. So what Banjo-Tooie took advantage of this in Glitter Gulch Mine. Gloomy Caverns, is that the one? No, not Gloomy Caverns. Generator Cavern. Yeah. So this area here, the gimmick is that this room is dark, but then you put a fire egg in one of these guys, and it temporarily turns on the lights so that you can navigate these little bits of geometry. And I'm sure you could do it in the dark, but the idea is, like, it's significantly easier when you can see what you're doing. And so something similar to that of, like, okay, yeah, you gotta do something to turn on the lights and then go while there's still battery on there. So that could be a fun little bit. I think if we're starting out with some kind of like hydraulics thing, even if it's abstracted and it's just like, well, you're just pushing a button to advance the game, it could make for something where that becomes a recurring theme in the fiction of the puzzles. It's like, well, it's still just this is just another sliding block puzzle. This is just another rotate this, rotate that puzzle, but there's something to it. Okay, let's rate small before I get off to bed for the night. Yeah, all right, chapter 3 is progressing. I don't know. I might need to go back and look at my VODs, but I feel like chapter 3 is maybe a lot farther than it was this time October, I mean. Where were we October 5th in chapter 3? No, we were doing the demo release in second week of October. There's no way that we were this far in chapter 2 by this point. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Maintain velocity. We're gonna keep at it. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye for now.